People who made a "if we're both single at 30" pact with someone. What happened when the time came? We started fake dating to get our families to stop trying to set us up with partners we didn't want. His mom kept pressuring him to date her dental hygienist's daughter, and my parents invited random men to dinner every Sunday claiming they just happened to drop by. Mason and I had made the "if we're still single" pact 21 and came up with the plan during a particularly brutal Thanksgiving where my aunt asked if I'd considered freezing my eggs while his grandmother showed him photos of available girls from her church. Mason grabbed my hand across the table and announced we'd been dating secretly for 3 months, and the pure chaos that followed made the whole lie worth it. The arrangement had clear rules we established over beers at our regular dive bar the next night. We would only fake date at family events, no physical contact beyond hand-holding and cheek kisses, and absolutely no telling anyone else about the arrangement, especially not our friend group who would never let us live it down. None of them even knew about the pact. Mason would attend my family dinners once a month, and I would go to his mother's birthday parties and holiday gatherings, and we'd post exactly one photo together on social media per month to maintain the illusion. We practiced our story about how we realized we were perfect for each other after all these years, keeping the details vague enough that we wouldn't contradict ourselves later. The first few events went surprisingly smoothly, as we already knew everything about each other, from how we took our coffee to our most embarrassing childhood stories, which made us incredibly convincing as a couple who'd been friends first. For 6 months, the system worked flawlessly, and our families were thrilled beyond reason. His mother stopped mentioning the dental hygienist's daughter, and my parents canceled their weekly dinner ambushes, finally believing I'd found someone worthy of their previous investment in my college education. We got comfortable with the routine of showing up together, holding hands during grace, and deflecting questions about when we were moving in together with vague comments about taking things slow. Mason would bring me coffee during the drives to family events, always remembering my complicated order without asking, and I would prep him on whatever family drama he needed to navigate that particular day. We developed inside jokes about our fake relationship, referring to each other as Snookums and Honey Bunny, in increasingly ridiculous ways that made us both crack up. Our friends noticed we were spending more time together, but assumed we were just being codependent as usual, which technically wasn't wrong. Then came my sister's wedding, where everything I thought I understood completely shattered. The ceremony was outdoors in October, and I hadn't brought a jacket because I'm an idiot who prioritizes fashion over comfort every single time. Mason noticed me shivering during the vows and wrapped his suit jacket around my shoulders without me asking, then pulled me against his side and kept his arm around me for warmth. During the reception, my drunk uncle started his annual tradition of telling everyone what was wrong with their life choices, and when he got to me, he said, "At least this one finally stopped being so picky, though God knows how long before she screws this up too." Mason stood up so fast his chair tipped backward, looked my uncle dead in the eyes and said, "With all due respect, sir, any man would be lucky to have even 5 minutes of her time, and I wake up every day still in complete disbelief that she chooses to spend her life with me." The entire tent went silent, and my uncle slunk back to the bar while Mason sat down and casually resumed eating his salmon like he hadn't just defended me fiercer than anyone ever had in my entire life. Later, during the slow songs, he pulled me onto the dance floor, even though we'd specifically agreed dancing was too intimate for our arrangement, but his grandmother was watching and we needed to sell it, so I let him lead me through a simple sway while the wedding singer crooned about forever. He whispered jokes in my ear about the bride's cousins doing the electric slide wrong, and I buried my face in his shoulder to muffle my laughter, and suddenly we weren't pretending anymore. At least I wasn't. The way he held me like I was something precious, the way he knew exactly when to spin me to make me laugh, the way he looked at me when he thought no one was watching, made my chest physically ache with wanting this to be real. My cousin caught the bouquet and shoved it in my hands, saying I was next, and Mason caught the garter and slid it up my leg while everyone cheered, his fingers trembling against my skin. Walking to the car afterward, both of us slightly drunk on champagne and wedding atmosphere, I couldn't stop myself from blurting out, "Mason, I think I'm falling in love with you for real, and I don't know how to stop it." He froze with his car keys halfway to the lock, turned to look at me with an expression I'd never seen before, and said, "Leah, there's something I need to tell you about why I really agreed to this whole fake dating thing. Full story on the channel below."